I'm Don Niles from Dairy Dreams Dairy Farm in Casco, Wisconsin. And here we find ourselves in barn number 2, which is one of our 2 main milking barns for Dairy Dreams. This freestall barn that we're in right now was part of the original construction for Dairy Dreams when John Pagel and I built this dairy in 2001. We built with sand freestalls. The freestalls mean that the cows in this pen of about 300 animals are able to move freely throughout the pen. They get milked 3 times a day, so they walk up to the parlor. Otherwise, they're free to be in their pen here, and they can go from stall to stall. They can choose a stall they lay in. They can just be cows for the 7.5 hours that they're in here 3 times a day. And they just go to work 3 times a day to the milk parlor. We also have a sprinkler system in here. The first level of soaking with the sprinklers will start around 70 degrees, and then it increases progressively as the temperature goes up from there. We had VES design an entirely new ventilation system for you that I'd like to talk about in this barn. Originally, when we built this, it was the state of the art for the year 2000. We had curtain sidewalls that opened up completely down to the ground, and we had some fans that would blow over the cows while they were locked up feeding. About 10 years later, our partner at Ponderosa, Pagel's Ponderosa, built a tunnel ventilated barn. That became a better system in the summer than our open curtain system was. We started working with the VES company, and they came up with a modification for this barn that was pre-existing, whereby we closed up the sidewalls. That's poly panel now that doesn't open whatsoever. We increased the number of fans in the barn substantially, and we also now blow air into the sides of the barns through these PPF fans that you can see on the outside walls. So now in the summer, we're blowing air in on this end, and we're blowing air out on that end. So it's a push and pull air system. We bring fresh air in, we're able to control the air speed throughout the barn constantly. This hot summer that we just had was our first full summer with this system, and it was by far the most comfortable summer that we've had ever. We loved how the technology of the positive and negative airflow improved what had been just a natural airflow system in the past. Cow comfort, of course, is a huge topic and a critically important topic to all of us. What we actually say here is, if we ever die and are reincarnated as a cow, would we want to come back to our own farm to be a cow? I think the answer is yes. I think the cows live a pretty good life here. We try to let them be cows as much as possible. We no longer do group lockups like we have for the first 19 years of the dairy. We're able to take care of some vaccinations right in the parlor with a pulse needleless injection system. We're not using needles now for leukosis control. We're also sorting cows out for breeding. We're detecting heats with the Alta Cow Watch system, so we know already going into that milking who we're going to want to sort out. They never have to come back to the barn and be locked up. We think that self-lockers are well designed and provide as much cow comfort as possible, but we feel not having to use them at all is even a bigger step in cow comfort. We've sustained over 100 pounds per cow of money-corrected milk per cow per day. So that's been a goal of ours for a long time. We're feeling these changes helped us get there. For years and years and years, I was told as a veterinarian, and I told my clients, we need to dry treat all of our cows and prevent mastitis that way. We're going to treat chronic infections that way. And that was just a standard industry recommendation. We started looking into the selective dry cow therapy. We came up with a protocol of only putting antibiotic dry medicine into a cow that had either had a cell count above 100,000, that lactation, or been treated for mastitis, that previous lactation. If her cell count had remained below 100, and she never was treated for mastitis, we don't give her any antibiotics at dry up now. She'll get a teat sealant, an internal teat sealant instead, but no antibiotics. And at this point, we're dry treating less than 20% of our cows with antibiotics anymore. So we've gone from what was maybe the Achilles heel of the dairy industry, which is every cow needing antibiotics every year, to a system where we're finding the few cows that do, we're treating them appropriately, but we've gotten away from the blanket treatment of antibiotics in the dry cows. These are very exciting times for people that care for their cows. We've put these protocols in place and refined them, and I think we're reaching a very high point in the dairy industry where our ability to manage cow numbers and manage those cows extremely humanely and effectively are coming together. This is a great time to be a dairyman, and it's a great time to be a dairy cow, I think.